how do you filter a dataset? So say we have this dataset that has a list of countries, what continent on, and some information about their life expectancy, population, and their GDP over several years. But say we're only interested in data that came after 1960. How do we filter for that? Well, here's how. So the first thing we need is to install two libraries. So the first one is Gapminder, which is some data that's built into R that we're going to be looking at. And the second one is tidyverse, right, which is going to help us filter. So we'll just run that. And then the way that we filter this data set is like this. So we want to create a name for this new data set we're going to create. And we're just going to call it Gapminder filter. And then we're going to create that from the Gapminder data set, which is the data set that we just had a look at. We're going to use what's called a pipe, which is basically going to take this data set and filter it into what we're going to do next. So then we're going to use a function from the tidyverse library, which is called filter. And then all we do in here is we just say year, right, which is the variable we want to filter on. Oh, if we want to say we want it to be greater than or equal to the year 1960. And then we just run that. And now, when we look at our data, we only have data that came either on or after 1960. But say we wanted to do something a little bit different. So say now we want data that's after 1960, but before 1990. So we want to filter between two dates. How do we do that? Well, all we do is we just add onto the code we've already written. We add an and sign, and then we just go year is less than or equal to 1990. And then we run that. And there we go. Now we've created a data set that only has data between those two dates. So we can also filter on other variables as well. So say we only want data that is in Europe. So then what we do is we just get rid of this, and we say we type in continents, the variable we want to filter on, and then we go equals equals, and then we only want information from Europe. Run that, and voila, and that is how you filter a data set in RStudio.